Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Sri Ramachandra, Sitamaa and Lakshmana finally settled in Panchavati. They are enjoying the beauty of the place there. The Hemanta Ritu has started. Lakshmana describes the Hemanta Ritu. Then he goes on to say as to how Bharata took over from his father but not from his mother. And then Sri Ramachandra says, this is not the sort of words that you would use for Kaikeyi. And then all of them agree to what Sri Rama is saying. Sri Ramachandra remembers all his brothers, the Chitrakuta and all, and they all go to the river Godavari there. They take a bath in the Godavari river, they come back, and all the rishis and munis come to the ashrama, they all flock Rama, and Sri Ramachandra starts having conversations with them regarding Paramatma and all. And while all that was happening, there was one lady who was observing Sri Ramachandra. She was smitten by the beauty of Sri Ramachandra, and she wants to come when these rishis and munis leave. So after some time, these rishis and munis leave, leaving Sri Ramachandra, Sitamaa and Lakshmana alone. And it is at this point of time that that lady makes her entry over there. Now she comes there and she looks at Sri Ramachandra. Sri Ramachandra is the Ajanubahu. He is the Pumsam Moharupaya Punyaslokaya Mangalam, which essentially means Sri Ramachandra is so beautiful that even men were falling in love with him. He was an Ajanubahu. His hands were reaching to his knees. He had a very huge, broad shoulders. He was very well built. The way he was walking, the way he was smiling, the way he was talking, it was putting an enchanting spell on all the people around him. So at this point of time, Surpanakaha saw this beautiful Sri Ramachandra, and she looks at Sri Ramachandra and she thinks his chest is like the chest of a lion. His eyes are as beautiful as the leaf or the petals of a lotus, and his hands are almost touching his knees. They're so big, and his face is radiating with energy. This man, when he's walking, he's resembling an elephant, and this man's hair, though it's matted, it's put in a very nice jeta. Oh, Sri Ramachandra, he's looking so beautiful. And here, Surpanakaha, she's smitten by the beauty. The Kamavasana in her is now roused. And here, when I mean Kamavasana, I'm talking about the bodily pleasure part. So that's what she's thinking of. But this Surpanaka's face, it's very, very bad. Her waist might be thin, but her tummy is as if, someone has put a huge vessel upside down. It's like that. Her eyes were looking bad. Her hair was red. And Sri Ramachandra, his hair was black. His eyes are very beautiful. And also, the Maharshi is trying to show a contrast between both of them. Sri Ramachandra's looks were radiating beauty. Her face and her body, they were looking extremely ugly. His voice is so beautiful. Her voice is unbearable. He is in his yavana. He is in his youth. She is almost very, very old. He talks very well. She talks lies. So like this, now that sort of a lady has come to Sri Ramachandra's place. Now again here in Pratyapatha, it is written that she takes the form of a beautiful lady and comes, but in the current pathas that we are saying, that is not there. And so she comes to Sri Ramachandra and she's saying, why are you here? Why did you come here? You are wearing these arms on one hand, and on the other hand, you are having jata, you are looking like a muni. Why did you come to the place where Rakshasas live? Why did you come here? Tell me exactly. So when Surpanakaha asks like this, Sri Ramachandra hates speaking lies. The Maharshi says here, Anrutam nahi ramasya kadachidvi sammatam Visheshenasramasthasya samipe strijanasya cha. So Sri Ramachandra never likes speaking lies, but more so because he is in the ashrama right now, and in front of women also, one should not speak lies, and Sri Ramachandra doesn't accept anyone speaking lies in those situations. So why in front of women? Because my small interpretation here is, people tend to tell a lot of lies in front of a lady because they always want the attention from that lady, they want to win over that lady. Hence it is quite common, or it happens so that they tend to speak lies. They might be harmless from a very exterior perspective, but then they would in fact cause harm, because if the woman trusts that man's lies, she might end up ruining her life. So Maharshi is here cautioning all of us that these are things that Sri Ramachandra would never do. One, in an ashrama, in a pious place. Two, in front of a lady, you would not speak lies at all. In fact, you should not speak lies at any point of time. But then, for survival, sometimes people might speak them. But in these two places, never ever go in that direction. Now we'll get back. Sri Ramachandra says, Asid Dasaratho Nama Raja Tridasa Vikramaha Tasyahamagresha Putro Ramo Nama Janesrutaha. There was once a king called Dasharatha, and his parakrama, his bravery was equivalent to that of Devatas. I am his eldest son. People call me Sri Ramachandra. Bhratayam Lakshmano Nama Yavi Yanma Manuvrataha Yam Bharya Cha Vaidehi Mama Siteti Vishruta. This person along with me, he is my younger brother. He is called as Lakshmana, and he is following me as and he is doing the Niyamaparana. This lady whom you are seeing here, she is Videha Rajaputri. So as we discussed, Videha is the name given to all the kings of Mithila, right? So she is the Videha Rajaputri, and her name is Sita. She is my wife. नियोगात् नरेन्द्रस्य पितुर्मातुश्च यन्त्रितः धर्मार्थं धर्मकाङ्क्षी च वनं वस्तुमिहागतः. Because my father gave a word, I am tied to that word and I am tied to his orders. Hence, I am here in this vana. This is what he says. And now Sri Ramachandra is asking her a question. Tvam tu veditum ichchami kadhyatam kvasi kasyava nahi tavan manogyangi rakshasi pratibhasima. I want to know who you are, where do you stay, and I don't think you are a Rakshasi. This is from the Pratyapatha again, because in Pratyapatha it is told that she comes in a very beautiful shape. She changes, she does an Icharupi thing and she comes. So this sloka stands out as that aberration, and this is where we'll have to check both the pathas to come to an understanding. So we understand that she has probably changed her shape and come, and Sri Ramachandra is asking, you are looking beautifully and I don't think you are a Rakshasi, is what this line actually means. And when Sri Ramachandra asks this, Hevakim nimittam Tomagata Bruhi Tatvataha Sabravid Vachanam Srutva Rakshasi Madanarita. When Sri Ramachandra asks, why did you come? Tell that specifically. Now that Rakshasi is talking. Sruyetam Ramavakshami Tatvardham Vachanam Mama Aham Surpanakaha Nama Rakshasi Kamarupini Aranyam Vicharami the Meka Sarva Bhayankara. My name is Surpanaka. I am a Rakshasastri. I can change my body as and when I like it, and I terrorize all the people in this forest, and I keep roaming here and there. I mean, we have this culture, right? Jante ho, to whom I am related, which we keep hearing not just in Hindi heartland but in every other place, where people who are associated with people who have power, which means people whose relatives are in power, they keep talking all sorts of things about their relatives. They keep saying, जानते हो मेरा चाचा कौन है, जानते हो मेरा भाई कौन है, जानते हो मेरा बाप कौन है. So this sort of things they keep doing, right? So I think this Rakshasa pravritti is there from times immemorial, because Surpanaka here is saying, Ravano nama me bhrata baliyan rakshaseswara viro visravasah putro idite srotramagataha. The man who has huge body, the man who has huge army, the man who has won many battles, that Ravanasara, about whom you would have already heard by now, he is my elder brother. Pravruddhan nidrascha sada kumbhakarno mahabalaha vibhishanascha dharmatma natu rakshasa chestitaha. So a person who sleeps for a lot of time, but who is also very heavily built, a huge man who can kill a lot of people, that Kumbhakarna is also my brother. Vibhishanastu dharmatma natu rakshasa chestitaha prakhyata viryocarane bhratarau karadoshanau. I also have another brother. This guy is Dharmatma, and for some reason he doesn't have any Rakshasa pravritti, so she is lamenting that Vibhishana is not like other Rakshasas. He is also my brother, she is saying in a very bland way. Then she is also saying Khara and Dushana, who are regarded very high when it comes to warfare, who can kill a lot of people, they are also my brothers. So in essence, her words mean that I am coming from a very powerful family. She has told that she is coming from a powerful family. Now she is putting ahead her proposal. She is saying, Aham Prabhava Sampanna Swachanda Varagamini Chirai Bhavame Bharta Sitaya Kim Karishati. So I have this much power, this much energy. Make me your wife. What will you do with Sita? This is what she is saying. Tanaham Samatikranta Ramatva Purvadarsanat Samupetasmi Havena Bhartaram Purushottamam. I don't care of anything. In the first sight, whenever I saw you, I fell for you. So I want to make you my husband. And now she is going and commenting Sitama. She is saying, Vikrutacha Virupacha Nacheyam Sadrusitava Ahamevana Rupate Bharya Rupena Pasyama. Now she is saying that Sitama is not looking beautiful. She is saying this Sita, the way she is, her body, they are all looking, her Rupa, they are all looking in very, very bad way. She is not the one who is suitable for you. I am the one who is suitable for you. So hence look at me like the way you look at a wife. And now she is saying, Imam Virupam Asatim Karalam Nirjanatodarim Anenate Sahabhrata Bhakshayishyam Manushim. See, this lady might come between us, so I'll just go ahead and eat her. I'll also eat your brother also. I think the Swabhava or the way that lady is, the way Sita is, that is not good. So she is directly giving a character certificate also here, and she is directly openly telling, I'm going to go and eat your wife. Now, any man when he listens this, he would not react in a very normal way, right? And then she is saying, once I do that, we both can go from one mountain to another mountain and we can keep enjoying our time here. Itya muktah kakusta prahasya madrekshanam ivam vachanamarebhe vaktum vakya visaradaha. Listening to all this, Sri Ramachandra started smiling. So I think Sri Ramachandra is probably smiling here because he was probably thinking, what is this lady? From where did this lady come? And is she thinking that she can just eat away Sita like that, and I would be just watching all this happen? And then he also remembered that he can't directly go and punish her now because lady. So he thought he would just dissuade her from all this by talking with her, by playing himself down. He probably can push away or shoo away her from the place. Is one idea that Sri Ramachandra is probably having, and he is probably putting it to practice also now. Okay, how does he put it to practice? That we'll be seeing in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om sarvam satu Sri Sai Maharaj Swam Charanaravinda Arpanamastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.